we have more experience now, and we understand each other pretty well. And whenever we fall back again to that trap, to certain like same situation.
Hey guys, this is Pedro
Yeah.
back with another interview covering the LEC Spring Playoffs. I'm here accompanied by Sama of G2 Esports, successfully defending their title over Fnatic 3-1 in the grand finals to then lock in that first seed for MSI. But most importantly, remain as LEC champion. So, Hans, thank you so much for taking the time. Yep, just covering this whole feeling, getting back to the top in the LEC. What's that feeling like for you?
It's just pretty amazing. We had like up and down during the season, but we came out victorious towards the end. I think going towards the playoff is always the most important thing. Could see some team like starting to fall off when they are going into playoff. But yeah, I think so far I'm very happy that we are back at the top and looking to make something new for MSI.
Yeah, and in order to do that, you guys had to take down a Fnatic team that, started off this series, winning game one, getting presenting the notion that maybe possibly, the series might have gone a different way, but fortunately for you guys were able to turn it around in two, three, and four those games. And yeah, just talking about Fnatic, what kind of challenges did they pose to you guys, coming into this series and also just as the series was transpiring, what was that like for you?
I think they are playing like the early game champs strongly, like the Varus Kalista and like the scaling around mid. That's the game that they won, I think, and the other they had a very strong early game. I think their style of like playing their early game very proactively and like pretty good because they're very proactive and probably they call us off guard, definitely call us off guard from time to time. But I think they were struggling during the swap situations more often than not. So that's every time we came out of the swap, we I think came out like with more leads than them. Even if we end up having less skills than them, we got more leads. So playing was nice. Let's see how it develops throughout the midterm, but yeah.
Yeah, now looking over to your performance, of course, you had a little bit of hiccups, early part of the series, but of course, you then took it up a different level in games three and especially game four, taking that pentakill on the Jinx and I think you had another pentakill earlier on before that point. But yeah, just looking at your performance, what kind of made it such that you were able to then just step up games three and four, just going back to your usual dominant on myself.
Um, well, I think game three and four were not very different in terms of like like. I just think the first game and second game it was just us forcing a lot of things as a team that were just not um, good. We were like overstaying a lot. We were talking so much that we just couldn't hear each other, especially game one. So I think that's why our maybe I couldn't get as many resources as I wanted. But game three and four were more like chill, and we played our game, our late swap games, and I guess I came out very pretty ahead. So that was pretty easy to do a lot of damage. Can 90 it from time to time, but you int, and I guess the int, everyone ints, I int. So you int your windows, so that's fine. Yeah.
Given everything that you've been talking about this series so far, what do you think was the biggest like? What do you think made the difference? Between you and Fnatic in just deciding this grand finals.
I think that was the game two where they were having some lead, some sort of lead, and but they end up losing the game. So I think we took the series from there. They didn't really do like something really crazy after that. So I think that's the game two that was very the deciding momentum factor.
And yeah, as you said, and looking at just this team's progression overall, not just focusing on this grand finals, of course, it's pretty tough. One would say, for a team to just stay at the top and just thwart off every other obstacle that comes along their way. But you guys have essentially done that so far in 2024 in the LEC, and it's a testament to just making that possible. For you in particular, I want to know from you, like looking at the team's progression from like winter up until now, what do you think was the biggest thing that kind of had to just be adjusted throughout this year up until this point?
I mean, throughout the year, I feel like we've been working on a lot of things, and that's especially the mid game things. I feel like we got stronger at playing the macro compared to last year. Throughout the year, we tried to look for that. And I think how we play around the vision, I think it's still not very optimal when it comes to very high pressure moments like the game one. It's very high pressure, so it's like you don't really you shy away from maybe taking some, or like you don't really see such as many macro um, views to get leads off of the game, more like team fights. But I think in a general sense, I think our team is getting stronger in macro game, and then yeah, pretty much it. I think in late game, I think we are pretty pretty solid.
Now the attention does focus onto MSI, and as first seed for the LEC, and of course people are going to be looking at you as someone that maybe hopefully will surpass the kind of records that you guys were displayed last season, finishing fifth and sixth. And yeah, like how do you compare this team compared to the previous year's team? Uh, getting into MSI.
Probably the same team, but we have more experience now, and we understand each other pretty well. And whenever we fall back again to that trap, to certain like same situation, we are able to learn from the past situation and be much faster to react and like be faster to react, be faster to move, to problem solve the things, because there's always going to be challenge along the way. Uh, but I think we are definitely getting better at solving all those challenges and understanding what each of us needs. It's been more than 1 year that we are all together, so definitely there's not the first time, and there's a big difference. Um, that we have. Like next time we play MSI, there might be the same challenges that we encountered last year, and I think we just gonna have to try our best and win it all.
I think Laura talked about this upcoming question I'm going to ask a little bit, in the post-match interviews during the broadcast, and yet mostly just how this team is going to shape up against the rest of the other world's best, with the lane swapping thing. Because I talked to Caps last week, and he mentioned about how you guys were inspired in adopting that strategy from just looking at other LPL teams during their spring split. And um with that in mind, where do you think that this team is shaping up, compared to the other uh, um, bigger teams in the West, and maybe also a little bit in the West, in the East? I was trying to say in the West, in the East, and also in the West.
I think we have all our chances to win against any team in the world. We just gotta have to figure out the meta very carefully, because it's gonna be a different meta, and what are the different priority picks, what are the different ways to play the game, new ways to play the game. Maybe the things that we are doing now are not working for MSI, and we gotta have to move quickly and play the champions that are potentially strong in the patch, because there's a lot of buffs, there's a lot of nerf. So yeah, the faster we adapt, the faster we will have our chances to succeed, higher chances to succeed, and I'm pretty confident that we can win any game against the other team in the world.
One more question, just a short one. Still top. Do you feel any pressure coming into MSI? Yes or no? Maybe a little bit.
Um, Probably, yeah, going towards MSI, it's gonna be some sort of pressure, but I think I just need to make sure that my days are okay and prepare myself, yeah, for a very long road in MSI.
And hopefully you guys are able to do exactly that. Hans, thank you so much for taking time during this interview. Congratulations on winning LEC
You-
once again. And yeah, you're gonna say something?
Oh, just thank you for the interview.
Okay, okay. Yeah, really appreciate it one more time. Best of luck in MSI.